PSA Reloaded, man. It's your boy 3-Letter Man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and right there in the description where to follow your boy at, man. Please hit the like button also. I really appreciate that. Y'all see the title of this particular blog, man. Let's talk about it, man. Drink Champs, man. I gotta give Nori and DJ EFN their respect and props, man. They are dropping some very dope interviews. Shout out to App PSAhiphop also. Love what they doing. But let's get into this, man. Turk from the Hot Boys. I'm from the era of when, the Source magazine, in 1997, they had the whole No Limit roster. Every page you would flip through the Source magazine, it was mad No Limit. Before Andre 3000, went to the Source Awards and said the South had something to say. I really feel when No Limit came and the Cash Money and all that came, the way these guys held the South down, you had to respect it, And Turk, obviously, if you want to say he's the underdog of the Cash Money crew, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna put him in a prize from the Fuji's bag or You God from Wu-Tang Clan, but when you have strong personalities like BG, Juvie, Lil Wayne at the time, in the pecking order, obviously be Juvie first. At the time when Hot Boys was popping, then you can say BG, Lil Wayne, I guess, fight for 1, 2. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But Turk was always, for whatever reason, I felt, he was in the crew, but he had to fight for his respect also, especially coming after Juvie. After Juvie dropped 400 Degrees, God bless you brothers after that. Because Juvie, to me, was the method man, quote unquote, of Cash Money, But I was glad to see him get his bars off, his story off, because you never really hear Turk, for the most part, give his story. I felt like listening to him on Drink Champs, I got to understand Turk more than I did when they was out here doing A1-2. They go into heroin talk, powder talk, about BG and the heavy drugs that brother was into and everything like that. This was very much one of the most interesting episodes I felt in Drink Champs because it was very authentic. You could say Turk might have spoke a little bit too much. He let a lot that I wonder how Baby, Wayne, Juvie, and them feel that, you never heard Wayne talk about certain stories that Turk was willing to talk about. Obviously, he got his podcast that he about to pop off. So, honesty, maybe you want to say a little too honest if you want to say that. Very transparent, though, I would say about Turk, and very funny also. Turk talked about the addiction of heroin, messed him up with him missing video shoots and stuff. 15 years old, heavy on drugs, y'all. Think about it, 15 years old. I mean, the young boys now, y'all do perks and all that kind of stuff, lean and stuff like that. Heroin, coke, dope fiends, syringes he's talking about. Pretty sure, like I said, the young boys of this era, when they handling Turk, tell his story, a lot of them could relate to what the stuff Turk was saying, right? I mean, I'm from the Rough Riders Cash Money tour. That was a very big tour. He talked about his relationship with Wayne, that they almost slide to go to No Limit and everything like that. Now, see, that's the thing, though, man. With the No Limit Rough Riders tour, imagine if it was a Cash Money, No Limit tour. I wonder if they felt like, imagine how much money they would have made between Cash Money and No Limit if 97 to maybe 99, because I felt like after a while, Cash Money kind of surpassed No Limit respectfully. But that would have been dope to see, man. I always say we got cheated out. We got cheated out of a Lox, Dipset, G-Unit concert. And for my Southern brothers, y'all probably feel around that time, y'all got cheated out of a No Limit Cash Money tour, right? Turk talked about Master P taking care of his crew. And he had Turk talk about, them stunting like they had it when they didn't really have it. What's that song that J. Cole have? What's the song he has? I'm trying to. When he's talking about being a broke rapper. I'd rather hear you talk about being a broke rapper because that's stories that you never really hear. What's that name of that song that he just had? Applying Pressure, yes. J. Cole got a song called Applying Pressure where he's kind of alluding to the stuff Turk is talking about. Like, we're stunting like we have it like that, but we know we don't have it like that. So to the world, to the people watching on TV, hear us talking about bling bling and we doing this, that, and the third, and we not even living that life. You know? So I wonder how Baby and them feel about Turk going. Obviously, at the time, he wasn't quote unquote the number one stunner. Turk talked about after Puffy's watch or whatever, then he said, "Oh, I'm not gonna let Puff and him ever stun on me again." And he kind of went hard, right? Turk talked about the Source Awards, how Master P stepped in the Baby. Turk said you'll never see Baby and P work together, but I don't think that right now. I mean, I think it would have hit harder, hit different if P and Baby would have worked back in the late 90s to early 2000s. That would have been the right time for those brothers to link up and work together, Turk talked about him and Wayne having crabs. That was kind of wild. And giving them to their baby moms. Like, yo, Turk, some things, brethren, you have to keep to yourself, dog. I feel like every blood clot thing, brethren. I mean, Turk, Pombara spreadsheet. We spoke about Project Chick not being his particular, not being, Project Chick was his song, right? I forgot that Turk did an 8-year bid though, dog. 8 years and 8 years, 6 months, 16 days in prison. So to me, Turk, listening to Turk on Drink Champs, I feel like he feels he's been slighted in hip hop. He feels slighted that his story has not been told to the masses. I'm trying to tell you, I feel like I know Juvie's story. I feel like I know BG's story. I feel like I know, Wayne's story. I don't feel I got connected to Dirk to now. I mean, to Turk, to Dirk, to Turk, to now. Turk, right? To now. It sounds like Turk and BG are still good. I know BG's still locked up. And listen to Turk, man. You can just tell he a real one, though, dog. He a real one. Listen, I was never down with Wayne and Baby and them kissing on the lips and everything like that. He said Juvie was never on that type of time, and y'all want to say the Mafia was doing that, bruh. Like, nah, we not doing that. I'll actually never co-sign that, bruh. And I Turk, to give you pushback though, brother, I didn't like when you went into the I tape conversations. I didn't like when 50 did that to Young Buck. I'm never going to be cool with somebody taping conversations, private conversations, and trying to keep receipts, and just in case someone try to front on you, that's nasty, bruh. But on the flip side, I did like when he's talking about what he's doing for communities, talking to the young youth and everything like that. So I do like that. Him saying, the young generation saying, I stay dangerous. I tell a dude to stay out the fucking way. I like, right? He got Rick Ross and Nori. I do it all the respect. I see Nori was trying to play not divide and conquer, part of me. He was playing in the sense of when Turk would want to get at certain people, Nori was trying to diffuse it a little bit. But Turk wasn't trying to hear that. Like, Nori, don't try to hold their hand or hold them down and everything like that, bruh. I don't know. And then he got at Gilly the Kid. He tried to get on Gilly's podcast. Here's my thing with that, though, Turk. I understand you're mad that you reached out to Gilly and you guys had a DM conversation about going on $1 million worth of game, and he's not reaching out to you. But then you say he's looking for clout, but then you want to go on his podcast. So why would you want to go on somebody's podcast and tell your story to a dude that you might not have respect for? So it's kind of weird. It's like, do you rock with him or you don't rock with Gilly? Or you just mad that he didn't invite you? So now you want to put, smut on his name, maybe. You know, or were you guys gonna have a conversation about the Cash Money days, and were you gonna have that conversation with Gilly about, you know, why you keep saying that you wrote for Lil Wayne? That's not true. Because I would have loved to hear Gilly and Turk have that conversation. Me personally, I would have loved to hear that. You know? So he spoke about wanting a verse from Meek because Meek said one of his lines, he wanted publishing for that. Spoke about fakes Rolex watches. Now, do y'all look at bling bling a little bit different now because Turk had opened up Pandora's box and saying, yo, bro, we was not rocking Rolex watches. Like, what did Hope say? Those ain't Rolex diamonds. What the you done to that? Like, that's what Jay said. You know? Cause Rick Ross Rick Ross have this song called Idols Become Rivals when he's getting that baby and talking about the fake watches and they talking about Geneva watches, whatever that and the third. Like, I don't know. But the Turk thing was very interesting, man. If you guys have not taken the time to watch the Turk interview on Drink Champs, man, yo, go check that out, man. It's your boy 3 though.